Hey guys, what's going on? It's King Clutch here, and today guys, we're back in the NBA 2K20. I hope you guys are all having a great day and everything is going well for you guys. Today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you guys how to build John Wall here in NBA 2K20. Now this is an explosive build, it's an all-around great build. Now real quick, what I want you guys to do is comment if you guys are getting a next-gen console, which one you are getting, either the Xbox Series S or the PS5. I'm just curious what you guys are getting, so put that down in the comments right now on what console you're thinking of getting. So guys, for this build, you are going to want to make this a point guard, right-handed, you can pick whatever jersey number. I picked 2, that was John Wall's number. Now, it seems like a ton of people have kind of almost forgotten about John Wall after he hurt his Achilles, or he slipped and fell at his house. I think it was last year, and he was out for the season. But when it comes to the skill breakdown for this build, there's a few you can pick from, but there's 2 I would prioritize. Now, I would say it would be this one here, which is your finishing and playmaking pie chart. This is a great pie chart, or you can go with the defending and playmaking pie chart. This one still has extremely good driving stats. It just more comes down to what you'd rather have Hall of Fame badges in. Either one, you can make a case and build this build similarly. Either way you build it with your badge points, you're going to put them similarly no matter what. I am going to go with the finishing in the playmaking, but you could also go with the defending and the playmaking. Both of them are good options. Either way, it works. It doesn't really matter. This one would be a two-way slashing play. This one up here is going to be a slashing playmaker. So either way, you can make a case for either one. I'm going to go with this one here, though. I feel like this is a good overall pie chart, and either one is good. Now, when it comes to the physical profile, again, for me, whenever I build any sort of slashing build, any build that I want to attack at the rim, I'm going to pick the physical profile with the agility and the vertical. I like having that vertical because, to me, the primary speed pie chart, you have a difference of 12 vertical. 12 vertical for a difference of 3 speed and 4 excel. And to me, that doesn't matter. You'll eventually get up to, 99 speed, get your Gatorade Turbo, get your gym rat badge. You'll be fine, so it doesn't matter. And then this way, your vertical will also be a 99, so more if you're going for a physical monster, especially slashing builds, when you want to attack the rim and perform highlight plays on the defensive end as well. I feel like this is the better pie chart, especially getting at the rim. You can jump higher, contest people's shots better, and John Wall could jump. So we are going to go with this one here, but again, if you want to, I guess, prioritize your speed a little bit more than your vertical, you can go ahead and go with this one here, but I'm going to go with the speed and the vertical pie chart. When it comes to these attribute guys, I'm going to go ahead and max out this close shot, this driving layup, and this driving dunk, and then I'm going to take this close shot down up until we can still get 19 finishing badges, so bring that down to an 87. Now I'm going to max out my 3-point in my mid-range. I feel like those are, you're going to want those. Now, as you guys can see, we only have 1 shooting badge as of right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to max out this pass accuracy, this ball handle, giving me 22 playmaking badges. Now, I'm also going to bring this post move up to a 53 to give us 23 playmaking badges. And then we have 203 points left. I'm going to put these on perimeter D, lateral quickness, steal, and then defensive rebound. And now I'm going to take this defensive rebound down to a 6 or a 70 to give us 9 defensive badges. Now I have these 65 points left. Now what you can do with these, there's a few things you can do with this. Now what I'm going to do, you could throw them, I guess, on post moves if you'd like. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw these on my free throw and my post fade to give me 13 finishing badges. I'm going to take this down to an 80 to give me those. Now what you could mess with this and see if you can take your free throw a little bit more. But I'm just going to tank the post fade. Now, my big thing is, realistically, what you would probably do is upgrade your mid-range, your 3-point, your free throw, not touch your post fade. This is going to give you 6 shooting badges, and you have these 37 points you can put wherever you'd like. You can throw these on your post moves, but to me, that gives you 3 more playmaking badges than we originally had, which doesn't help. Like, to me, that difference in 3 playmaking badges is kind of pointless. I'd rather have those extra shooting badges. I've seen so many clips of John Wall shooting threes and things like that. I feel like you're going to want the shooting badges. You could maybe put these on, like, block or offensive rebound, but again, like, that's 2 defensive badges. That's 1 defensive badge. That doesn't do anything for me. You can maybe put them on your standing dunk and your post hook. That's going to give you 23 finishing badges, which is 4. To me, 19 finishing badges is plenty. You can operate with a guard with 11 or 10 finishing badges and be perfectly fine. Especially with this build not having the greatest shooting stats. You're going to want to get as many shooting badges as you possibly can. So we're going to throw these on this post fade to give ourselves 13 shooting badges in these last 2 points. I'm just going to throw them on standing dunk, but you could put them wherever. It doesn't make too much of a difference, but I feel like that way, this is a balanced build. You have 19 finishing, 13 shooting, 23 playmaking, and 9 defensive badges, which is a good overall build. Now, if you were to make this with a two-way, you would have a few less shooting badges and more defensive badges. Also, you would not have as many finishing badges. This one, I feel like you get a good overall build. You can score in every facet of the game, you can dribble, and you can still defend. So we're going to go with that there to give ourselves those badges. Now, when it comes to the body shape, I would say John Wall will either be solid or defined. Again, you can pick whatever you'd like for this. It doesn't really matter, especially for guards. I feel like you can go ahead and pick whatever body shape you'd like. Now, when it comes to the height, guys, John Wall is listed as 6'4". I'm going to go 6'4", but again, you could go 6'5" if you'd like. That put your driving dunk up a little bit and tank your speed by one more. And if I was saying going for more of a park build, I would go with the 6'5" height over the 6'4", just because it seems like 6'5" is the meta height. So your driving dunk goes up a little bit higher. You lose one in your mid-range shot, but your ball handle and everything's still high enough. But I'm going to go 6'4", that's his actual height, but you could easily go 6'5". John Wall, for his weight, he is listed as 209 pounds, which would be this here. And as you guys can see here, at 209, we take one more hit in our Excel. I'm going to take this down a little bit further. I want to go like 204 because I don't want to take a hit in my vertical, and then that also saves me one Excel by going 204 to 205. I know that is 4 pounds shy of his actual weight. Instead of going even 205, what I'm going to do is actually go with the 200 pounds even, because then we don't lose as much Excel. We're still gaining one interior D and a strength. I know that's 9 pounds shy of his, but I don't want to lose my speed and my vert. When it comes to the wingspan, it says that John Wall's wingspan is 81.25 inch wingspan, which would roughly be this one here, which is this +1. Preferably what I would do is I would either leave this in the middle. You could minimize it if you want to prioritize your shooting even more, but I really don't want to do that. I want to be able to keep this build closer to him as I possibly can, while still having a good overall build. So what I would do is either leave it in the middle or tank it 1 or 2. Is what I would do. I would probably go, best one I'd say if you're going park, I'd go 2 down, because at this 78.8 at the 6'4" height, you're getting a +1 to your mid and your 3-point shot and your ball handle and your post moves. You're losing 1 to your steal. And that's like here, there isn't many more negatives from 79.7 to 78.8. But I'm going to leave it in the middle to get it close to his actual height. I don't want to go here because I don't want to lose those 1 to 2 points in my shooting stats and my ball handle. So I'm going to leave it at 80.6. But again, if you're going to actually mess with the height or the wingspan, I would go to 78.8. And now for the takeover, you get 3 choices. You get shot creating, playmaking, and slashing takeover. Now when I think of John Wall, I think of a slasher. And realistically, you could make a case for every single one of these. John Wall could pass, he could shoot off the dribble, and he could also slash. I'm going to go slashing takeover because slashing takeover is the best takeover this year in the game. Best takeover you could possibly have. It boosts to all your athleticism stats. So I'm going to go with that, but again, you could go whatever you'd like. It's really more personal preference, but I'm going to go slashing takeover. For our build, guys, we are going to get a slashing playmaker here, and it says Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, and Ja Morant. I know it doesn't say John Wall. I'm not too concerned about this. I feel like this is how you can build a John Wall build, guys. I'm going to go ahead and show you the badges I would throw on this one so we get this up to a 99 overall. Go ahead and start with these defensive badges, guys. What I'm going to put Intimidator on gold. I'm going to put Clamps on gold. What you could do with this is I would probably lower Clamps down to silver. And I would put Pickpocket on bronze, Pick Dodger on bronze, Chase Down Artist on bronze, and Rim Protector on bronze. I feel like that way you can at least get Chase Down blacks, and having Chase Down Artist with Rim Protector is much better than not having Rim Protector. By just having Chase Down Artists, and if I were to throw this on Clamps on gold, we wouldn't get as many block animations. Whether if we were to put this here, we will at least have access to those block animations. By doing that, Pick Dodger, you're going to walk, you're going to be getting a guard, you're going to be getting screened, and then Pickpocket to obviously get steals, Intimidator, alter anybody's shot. So I feel like this is the best layout for these defensive badges. I wish we had a few more slots, which we don't, but if you were to do the two-way, the other build, you would have more of these, and you could, be more, not as frugal with these points and spend them more how you'd like. When it comes to these shooting badges, guys, I am going to put Quick Draw on silver. That is just my opinion, but again, put it wherever you're used to. You can take this up to the gold if you'd like. I'm going to leave it on silver. But we're just going to leave it there. Now, I'm also going to add Range Extender on gold. I feel like for a John Wall build, you're going to want that. He can shoot from deep, so we're going to add that. Now, I'm also going to add Catch and Shoot just for if you're playing off the ball, you can, hit shots in the corner, someone doesn't have Dimer, or if the center kicks it out to you, you can at least hit it a little bit more consistently than if you didn't have it. I'm going to add Difficult Shots on gold. John Wall could shoot some runners, so we're going to add that one there. And then I'm going to put Deadeye here on silver and Hot Zone Hunter on silver. Now, again, if you don't have any Hot Zones, don't use Hot Zone Hunter. That's obviously pretty self-explanatory. I feel like we're going to leave that there, but if you don't have it, I would maybe put on Green Machine or higher up Deadeye. But this is what I would do for these shooting badges on this build. Playmaking badges, guys, I'm going to put handles for days on Hall of Fame. That is a no-brainer. You're going to want that for any guard build if you can get it. Now, I'm going to put quick first step here on gold. Again, any guard build, you're going to want this. Now, I'm going to put Space Creator on gold for a build that you're going to want to be shooting the ball with, especially with this build. To be able to hit those step back jumpers, you're going to want this. Now, also, with this build, I would almost imagine you're going to run this build as your primary guard on your team. I'm going to put Floor General on Hall of Fame, but again, if somebody else has this, don't use this. That just comes without saying. I feel like John Wall, he makes everybody better when he plays. He's a very good floor general, distributing the ball to people and doing it that way. If you pick Playmaking Takeover, I would probably put Ankle Breaker on gold or silver, but we didn't pick Playmaking Takeover, so we're not going to touch that. Now, I feel like John Wall, another badge he should have is Downhill. I'm going to put Downhill on silver. That's kind of where I like to have it, but again, that's just my opinion. John Wall's extremely fast in general. He was one of the quickest guards. Him, Russell Westbrook, and Derrick Rose were some of the 3 quickest guards, in the last 10 to 15 years, excluding Ja. And now I would say he would need that. I'm going to put it on silver, but again, you could go higher. You don't even need this if you don't like it. I personally like this badge. I feel like it works. Again, another badge I feel like John Wall should have is Dimer, but you don't need to put this on here if you feel like Floor General is enough to help your teammates. If you're playing with teammates that aren't as good, you may want to use Dimer to help them make their shots. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add Stop and Go tight handles and Unpuckable all into bronze, and I'm also going to take tight handles up to gold. But again, you could, divvy those up however you'd like. But that's what I would do for those. You could possibly put on Lob City Passer if you feel like you can't throw lobs consistently. But other than that, this is probably what I would do for these playmaking badges. Finishing badges, guys, I agree that it gets to the point where you almost have too many finishing badges and you can't use all of them. But we can just put these on higher level. So by having 19 finishing badges, I feel like that is plenty. We're going to put Contact Finisher on Hall of Fame. I'm going to put Fancy Footwork on Hall of Fame. Again, those are, you're going to want them no matter what. We're putting Giant Slayer on gold, Relentless on gold. I'm going to put Slithery on silver, Consistent on silver, and then Acrobat on bronze. Again, what you could do with this is maybe lower Fancy Footwork down to gold. And I feel like a John Wall build, you may have Lob City Finisher, or you could even add Fast Break Finisher, because if you pick Slashing Takeover, this will boost your takeover meter even further. I'm not going to play it like that. It really depends what you prefer. I'm going to leave this on Hall of Fame, Fancy Footwork on Hall of Fame, just because this badge is cheesy this year. Everyone should have it, at least on bronze or silver if you have the opportunity to use it. Again, you could lower that and maybe put Consistent or Slithery or higher, or Giant Slayer or Relentless. But again, I feel like these finishing badges are pretty standard for any guard type build you're going to use in 2K20, guys. But this is how I would build John Wall here in NBA 2K20. And again, guys, please comment down below what next gen console you're thinking or getting, whether it be the Xbox Series X or the PS5, guys. But anyways, it's been King Clutch here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Anyways, have a great rest of your day and peace out, guys. Thanks.